guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood. Hey guys, well welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 38 of Fullmetal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and boy did we have a revelation in the last episode. Salim Pride, which I had already guessed, but to actually see Pride in action was something. You know, Bradley is a big, strong man, and he's fierce. And him being Wrath, I buy it. Greed, very charismatic, I buy it. Gluttony, sweet little sour boy, sweet doughboy. Anyway, so like you can kind of like the characters kind of vibe with their actions a little bit, but then you have the innocence of Salim's look and the fierceness of who Pride is, and those two things do not go together. But what a great package to put Pride in, because it is, no one would ever go. The kid is definitely a homunculus, but is technically related to Bradley. So he said related, didn't say like he's my father. He did say that his stepmother was his stepmother instead of his mother. So that means he probably knows who his mother is, which is curious to me. And I don't know if Bradley had a kid before he became Wrath, if that was like an accident that happened that maybe he didn't know about and then discovered. I'm not quite sure. I want to know about the lineage of Salim and Bradley. Wow, I'm just winning today, aren't I? But I'm really excited to get into this episode because now we have our wonderful three of Ed, Al, and Winry traveling to go find Scar, May, and Marco. Does Marco still have a Philosopher's Stone? I don't think that they would let him have that when they had him captive. And if he did, he could just heal himself, right? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like can Marco do alchemy? Well, can he do alchemy now? I don't know if he's been learning, if he's been teaching, or if he's been taught by May. I'm just really winning the words coming out of the mouth award today, aren't I? But I'm not quite sure what Marco can do without a Philosopher's Stone. I'm sure that he's an actual alchemist and that he can, do things. So I'm curious with those 6 against Kimberly and the rest of the clan. Now, it seemed like the people that were there with Kimberly were like, because I was like, oh, is this our team? But it is like people that have been brought together by command. So I'm sure that they are a force to be reckoned with. I'm very interested to see what they do as well. We've got a group coming back from the tunnels who ran into Pride, and now we know Pride kind of lurks in the shadows. So if it's dark, Pride can't really do his job. But we kind of met Buccaneer before, but like he switches off his automail. Like he had the crocodile arm and then he had the cat claws, and Winry was very enamored by that, and it was very adorable, her getting all excited about it. Like, what a geek. I love that for us. But like he's coming back with the people that were mutilated and that witnessed it and that have been living in the tunnel ever since in the darkness. And I definitely think that Olivier needs to see the result of being in the tunnel. And then also she reached out to Roy and wants Roy's troops, not Roy, but his troops. Wants his help, but just not him. We can do it without him. He doesn't need to go along. And we met another Armstrong. I don't know who she was. I don't know in what relation she was, but we do know that generational line is strong. Bing! So I'm really excited to get into this episode. I think that this is coming to a head. I don't know what episode number we started on with the new opening, but I feel like we're getting to like finale status for this season, even though it's just continuing episodes. I normally don't even know that a new season has started until all the music changes, and I'm just getting like accustomed to the music. Like I love like the end song. Well, I like them both actually. Was it Golden Time Lover or Golden? I don't know. But I do know that once I start liking it and I'm like, yeah, and I'm humming along and I got like the tune and everything, they change it. And then I'm just like, I wasn't ready. I'm not done yet. But I feel like we're coming up to a finale because that's what it feels like. There is that momentum. So this might be this, it might be this episode in general. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they end on odd or even numbers. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I will find out as soon as I find out. So guys, let's get into it. Oh, hi, Hawkeye. How you doing, girl? Ah! Poor Hawkeye. Hasn't she been through enough? Please, please be Roy. Look at her, like afraid of her shadow.
Hello?
Hello there, madam. I kinda got drunk and somehow bought a car full of flowers. You wanna do me a favor and take some off my hands?
Yes. Say yes.
Did something happen?
No, sir. It's nothing.
So can they only talk in the dark now?
And sorry to let you down, but I don't even own a flower vase. Okay, bye.
Smart girl. Mm,
It's amazing
puppy hugs
how
are always the
uncanny
best.
his timing is.
Yeah, Roy's just like, that wasn't right. Something's wrong. So now that I've seen Salim using his homunculi powers, it has like the hands like truth. Like when they're in the eye of truth, it has the eyes like in the eye of truth. Oh, look at these guys.
We've got orders to keep the two of you company.
Great.
Yeah.
You think they're Kimberly's men?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it.
Conflict at Baschool. I hope so.
What's it gonna take to ditch these guys?
Ah! There was someone right over there! There was? Hey, hold on!
Good job, boys. Although running into a building that you know nothing about isn't really safe.
What the?
They transmuted.
Where are they?
Yeah. Good job, boys.
It would make things a hell of a lot easier if Scar and that girl just came to us.
Maybe they will. Oh, May.
I can't believe it!
Aww.
She did come to us.
May! I didn't think we'd ever find you!
Oh, this is so cute.
You came this whole way just so you could find me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I really needed to see you.
Not in that way, but I love it for her. Oh, my sweet Alphonse. Our sweet Alphonse.
Al's not the only one.
Huh?
I can see you too, little girl. Tell us everything you know. You're not leaving until we've got what we want.
You know what?
Brothers have fallen
Tame yourself,
desperately in love
Ed.
with me. I'm sorry, Edward, but you're just not my type.
I mean, he admitted that he like loves Winry, and Winry admitted that she loves Ed.
Excuse me! Who is this woman now? Huh? How could you do this to me? Am I not enough for you, Alphonse? It's not like that. She's just a friend.
Like our sister.
Why am I explaining this like I was cheating on her or something?
How could you have forgotten Yoki, the great proprietor of Usewell?
Because you're very
Rather
forgettable,
easily. Are
Yoki.
you sure we've actually met?
How cruel!
I don't know what this is saying. I don't know what that's saying.
We were cursed by the arrival of the greatest criminal of all time, the state alchemist, Edward Elric.
Criminal. Maybe I don't know, or I don't need to know what it's saying, because it's definitely explaining itself with the facial expressions.
I then tried to invest my savings,
Invest. Playing roulette.
only to yet again be swindled.
You're just not any good at this.
I called upon a wealthy family to request a charitable loan.
That tied underneath of his nose? Oh. Oh. Armstrongs? Okay, apparently her name is Catherine.
You should think about something else, like alchemy. You better listen to me, damn it!
No one cares about you,
how
Yoki.
sad. Life is hard. Trust me. I know just how you
Are
feel.
you patronizing me?
A little bit. I like it.
You must be Scar. We'll need you to come with us.
Sure.
Mr. Kimberly is waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Oh! They're chimeras? What in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is
Let's
this?
just see how this plays out.
Chimeras, huh?
Yeah. They
Let's
look
go.
a little bebop rocksteady-ish, eh? Zampano and Jerso.
It's written in code, but we believe this book contains all of the answers that we need. But they'll be impossible to translate without the assistance of Scar.
What do we need him for?
Oh boy.
So Scar's here.
Winry. Oh, I feel bad for her because I know that like she wants revenge, but I don't think it'll make her feel any better. Oh my god. Oh, gross.
You see, we know you've got to touch us to use your alchemy. So we'll just keep a nice, comfortable distance while we attack you.
Can he make it travel through the ground? I don't know. He's mean with a spear. This is so crazy. Oh god. That's what I was wondering.
We studied your file carefully enough to know that you destroy the ground when things start to look bad.
I thought Kimberly would have done all this, but 2 chimeras? Didn't see that coming.
We've already got this under control. You just sit tight while we take care of Scar.
Nope.
Monsters!
What's wrong with the two
I
of
love
you?
my
We're all on the
voice.
same side.
I've never teamed up with any freaky-looking monsters!
Settle down!
Gross. So gross.
Whoa, this kid is even faster than Scar.
Didn't study him now, did ya? How's that new automail?
It's so
Yeah.
light, it's incredible, amazing! It's like they're not even there! This cold weather automail is magnificent!
Oh, yay. He's so happy. Look at him dancing.
Let's see how fast you move covered in my spit!
Your special
Just take off
power
your
is
jacket.
saliva?
It's disgusting. It's funny that I'm in dentistry and I hate saliva so much.
Oh, it's freezing!
And now?
Oh, add metal. Oh.
Let's get it, feeling!
I think from now on I'm gonna call that one the wet tongue on a freezing flagpole attack.
Yeah. I love that. I love it. For a Christmas story. Nice callback.
Fine, I'll transform back to prove it to you!
Nice.
Thanks for the opportunity, sucker!
Damn it, let me go!
All right, big guy. Why don't you take a little nap?
Oh. Did they just kill them both?
He's a heedless fool to charge me without thinking.
I think there's a
Offer
plan
your arm
there.
to me, then I'll take it!
I hate to tell you, but my arm isn't steel anymore.
Nice.
Don't hurt them!
Oh. The one person that could stop all of it.
What are these creatures?
I guess they're the result of some ungodly experiment by our superiors.
The fact that there are chimeras that can change between human and monster, that's crazy.
Why did you kill my mother and father?
There's nothing I can say that won't sound like an excuse, and nothing can change the fact that I am responsible for their deaths.
I saw May and Marco in the hallway.
happened?
That's what Major Miles was.
What did Scar just do?
This isn't good. Looks like we've gone over the 24-hour time frame.
We didn't know we'd have to grope our way around back in the dark.
Maybe if these guys hadn't made us douse the lights so their monster wouldn't see us, we'd have made it.
Oh, you guys don't even know. You don't even know. Come on, open. Open up.
I'm sorry. There's no reason to be. I thought you were ordered to seal up this hole after 24 hours.
Yes, sir. But as you can see, it hasn't been 24 hours yet.
Oh.
It's a nice watch, isn't it? General Armstrong gave it to me whenever you guys left.
She cares about those men. She really does.
I like the winters up here. Everything's black and white. I appreciate the pure simplicity of it.
That's not true, sir. You can see blue if you look up. There's nothing that's entirely black and white.
Ever.
And thanks for showing your soldiers a little mercy. It means a lot, sir.
That's nice, but I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say, she's not gonna admit to that. Oh, that was a wonderful moment, though.
It appears we have guests.
Is it gonna be Bradley? Is this Roy's people?
Long time no see, General Armstrong. Central Command has a few questions that they would very much like to have answered.
Oh, that music, that wind, her eyes. Fierce. I mean, obviously it's Scar, but he didn't, like, hurt anybody, right?
Damn it!
What's going on in there, Fullmetal?
This is all your fault, Kimberly. You were supposed to be watching win rate!
Mr. Kimberly, look up there on the roof!
Oh, this is a ploy. Oh. I wanted to see how it panned out. I want to see this plan. Damn it! Okay, so there's a plan. 100% that there's a plan. You know, I don't know what the rest of the conversation was, but I don't know if Winry will ever get an answer that will satisfy her about Scar and her parents. I think that realistically, like, she kind of has to come to terms with the fact that, like, Scar can't answer that. Like, it's not like he was like, I hated them, or they're responsible for this, or, you know, like there's nothing that he can say that's going to ease her pain in that scenario. And I don't think there's anything that she could ever really say that could ease his guilt. Maybe it is Winry. She is like a beacon of hope, right? And the fact that she was inside Al, and May is like just so in love with Al. And like, you know what? Al deserves that. Al deserves that. I was going to say in the last episode too, is that we always see Al where he kind of takes like the calmer approach to things, where he sits back and he thinks and he has patience, to where Ed is not that person. And like, it's really, really funny. He's like, wait, why am I defending myself? It's not like I cheated on her. And, you know, like, I when he gets his body back, he might have himself a princess. I don't know. I love that for Al, but it's really funny that May's just like, oh, they both love me. And when we got the admission from both Winry and Ed that they love each other without saying it to each other, which is really annoying. But I think they feel it. I think they know it, but they're not like in a place to like really be saying this. We got chimeras. They can transform into monsters from people. So like they're able to like control it. It's where we've seen chimeras that like just became a mishmash. R.I.P. Oh, poor Nina and Alexander. But then we also saw chimeras that still had attributes of whatever they were sharing their DNA with. And then we saw these, which are very much like the guy with the golden tooth had to have created these guys, because the fact that they can be normal humans and then Hulk out and rock steady and bebop it. Yeah, it's so funny that that's immediately what I thought of. And I absolutely love the Christmas Story poll about like the metal sticking to the skin. And then him like saying like, oh, it's the flagpole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I love it. It makes me happy. And I'm happy that they had something in there, like a thing that they're borrowing from that I would know, which obviously is probably for the English dub. But the fact that, Winry is with Scar, it's obviously part of the plan. There ain't no way Ed is running out of that building and like, this is all your fault. And like, look, like that's not what he would do if Winry was actually in trouble. So I'm really excited to see how this plan pans out. And especially Miles, like I wasn't sure what Miles was going to do when he came face to face with Scar, because obviously they're two Ishvalans. And, they have very different paths for sure, but, they kind of have the same history and they have that same shared trauma, that it's not about like him losing his brother, but like what happened to their people. That is a brotherhood for sure. So I'm curious to see what this plan is, because with May, again, I don't know if Marco can do alchemy. I now know that he can't do alchemy because they haven't really, learned anything from the book, which is fine. That's fine. I'm sure that'll be like the whole next season of everybody learning together. But I'm really liking this team up. Now, I know that Al and Ed are not like fans of Scar, but they're gonna have to like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing. They're going to have to work with him. And I think the glue to making that happen is Winry, because she is so hopeful and she says naive, but I think that like she just is the power of positive thinking, and like she would love to absolve Scar of his guilt, and she would love to get answers at the same time. Like that, like she's just an empathetic creature that like, it's funny because I was just like, oh, like I like her. And then she started getting excited about the automail and I was like, oh, I really like her. Like I like when people have things that are separate from our main characters. Like, yes, she can help the main character, but like she has her own life. And I think that that's exciting and wonderful. Now, I will say that like her continuing to have that love for that and her growing, like I love this person that she is becoming. I really cared about her the way she was, but like the more she's learning about the world, the more she has like this different view of it than everybody else has that's been, really scarred by it. And she has to an extent, but like she still has that optimism and that faith and that hope and that love. And I adore that about her. Now, another girl that I absolutely adore, is Hawkeye. Her like protecting Roy, like really being like, no, I don't have any vases here. I don't have any need for your flowers, was code to him to be like, hey, something's wrong. And I love that they know each other's languages like that. Like they know what it means when they speak in a certain way. And I love that she has Hayate to keep her company. My heart's broken for her because she's alone and she's scared. And now she will fear every shadow that's around her. And I don't blame her. Who knows how far that reach goes? Now, I don't know if it's all shadows or if it's one specific shadow that he's looking at, but definitely Bradley wanting to keep her close. And I don't know where Bradley is. I feel like Bradley's going to turn up somewhere. The fact that he's not at Central means that he's up to other shenanigans. So, yeah, I don't know about Salim's shadow power, how far it goes, but, the fact that she will be staying close to Bradley, being his assistant, that makes me worry for her. Now, another woman that I absolutely love, I knew it. I knew that she's loyal to her men, but I was like, there's no way she's sealing that hole up after 24 hours. And that might just be me being my positive, naive, empathetic self going like, I could never send people to their death that way. And her giving the guy the broken watch and it being longer than 24 hours and them thinking, we're going to knock up there and it's going to be sealed off. I actually didn't have any doubt that they would make it back and that she wouldn't have done that. And then her going, I have no idea what you're talking about. Such a great moment. And even them like talking, about her saying like, I love the wintertime up here because it's all black and white. And he's like, well, if you look up, you see the sky. And, nothing's ever black and white. And that's a very good point to make because nothing is black and white. Like I was saying in the last episode about Kimberly is that like he's a complete psychopath. He loves to kill. Totally has a bloodlust. It's in him. He loves it. Oh my gosh. But he also remembers everybody that he's killed. He knows that that's important. And then also like with the way he's talking to Winry, I don't know if that was 100% sincere, but I don't think he's a liar either. So to me, like that showed like a dimension to him that we normally don't get when it comes to villains. And I don't even know necessarily if he's a villain because he's waiting to see how this pans out. Like he's just like I want to see who wins. Is it going to be the homunculus or is it going to be humans? And it's not that he's on one side or the other. He's just directly in the middle, just going, this is entertaining, and the only reason why he still supports the homunculus is because they give him the freedom to do whatever he wants to do. So is that bad? Yes. Is it good that he's not taking a side? Also, equally yes, because if he was, that's really dangerous. No one's ever quite what they seem, and there's always more to them. I love this show. Oh my God, I adore these characters. I love the story writing in this show. Everything about this is so good. And I don't like that we spent a lot of time with Yoki trying to tell the story about how he's been done wrong everywhere he's went and nothing has been his fault and he has no accountability for the position that he is currently in and he just wants to blame others. I wish that didn't take nearly as long, but it was really funny that they were all ignoring him by the time he was done telling the story and he's like, what about me? And they're like, oh, you're still here. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. Yes, so good. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. You weren't fooled at the end. I'm not fooled at the end. That's definitely part of the plan. But I definitely am excited to see where the 6 can go. Okay, 7 counting Yoki if you want. 8 if you're going to count Miles. Am I? Yes, I am. I don't know if the people with Miles are... I think the people with Miles are loyal to Briggs, not to Kimberly or Central or anything like that. So I think those people are coming with us as well. I call them red shirts because they're probably going to be expendable at some point, but I'm really excited to see how the plan goes. But like, that fight between the chimeras, between Ed and Al, Ed discovering his new arm is like much easier to fight with, but doesn't pack quite the wallop that he's accustomed to. Seeing Scar not be able to fight and the chimeras have done their research. It's funny that they didn't do their research on the boys because they didn't really realize what the boys could do either. And Scar not being able to do anything because he doesn't know the metal of the Northern automail. So fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I am so excited to get into the next couple episodes. So guys, come back here for that. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.